everyone. Welcome to my live session. I welcome you to my live session today. I'm Adiola Adeyemi. I'm a consultant psychiatrist and a mental fitness coach, the founder of Talk Mental Health. So as you tune in today, tell me your name and where you're joining from. I can see Brown, I can see Yemi Balogun. Thank you for joining. I can see Ashake. I'd like you to introduce yourself as you tune in. Tell me your name and where you're joining from. I'm Adiola Adeyemi. I work and I live here in the UK. I'm the founder of Talk Mental Health. So let me know your name and where you're joining from. If it's the first time you're joining my live, I welcome you. I believe today's session is going to be powerful. So please make sure you stay to the end. Can you hear me? Please let me know if you can hear me. Tell me your name. So let's introduce ourselves. Tell me your name and where you're joining from. Yes, thank you, Pretty. Lola from UK, thank you for joining. Ashake. Hi, Ashake from Abuja. Thank you for joining. You're a mental health counselor. Titilayo from Nigeria. Thank you for joining. It's so nice to have you all join my session today. If you're not following at talkmental.health, please make sure you follow. Because I know the social media is a very large space. You might not have met me, like Ashake said. This is the first time of connecting with me. So if you don't want to miss out on the fantastic, amazing content I put out every now and again, make sure you follow and turn on your post notification. Hi, Yemi. Yes, thank you for joining. I know Yemi always joins my live session and comments on my post. Thank you very much. Hi, Lista from Lagos. Nice to meet you all. I'm so happy that I'm meeting with you today. I'm Adiola, by the way, and I work and live here in the UK. I'm the founder of Talk Mental Health. Talk Mental Health, as the name implies, we talk about mental health, basically. That's nice, Lista. It's your first time here too. That's nice, fantastic. We have a lot of first timers here today. Please make sure you follow at talkmental.health, okay? You don't want to miss out on the amazing content that we put out every day, okay? So, like I was saying, Talk Mental Health, as the name implies, we talk about mental health. We make it easy for you to understand. We try to demystify myths, make discussions around mental health very easy, very relatable. You know how mental health is, right? Nobody wants to be tagged to have mental health issues. But at Talk Mental Health, we create a safe space. We want you to discuss your mental health issues without feeling judged or condemned. So we create that safe space for you. So you're welcome. All our first timers, we welcome you in the name of the Lord. Thank you. So let's just dive into today's topic. Your mindset matters. That's what we're going to be discussing today. How many of you are aware that the month of May is a mental health awareness month? How many of us are aware? If you're following me, I'm sure you know that I've put up content related to mental health, creating awareness in the month of May. So the month of May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And, we have just 2 or 3 days to the end of the month. And as we wrap up the Mental Health Awareness Month, I just thought to come on live to tell you more about your mindset and how you can position your mindset in such a way to attract good things into your life. Okay? So by the way, if you hear the word mindset, what comes to your mind? What do you understand by mindset? What do you understand by mindset? I want today's session to be very interactive. What do you understand by mindset? Mindset. Your mindset matters. What comes? Maybe just one word to describe mindset. One word to describe mindset. Because, sometimes people would tell me, what is mental health? Yeah, your thought, fantastically stuff. My thought, exactly the way you think. I agree with you. Any other person that wants to try another thing? My thought, fantastic. Dav, my thought. Brown also thought. Amazing. My thought. Ashake, my thought. Oh, Jesse. Thank you. Thank you for correcting that. You know, the name, your Instagram handle says Dav Face School Officials. I suppose that's your business or something like that. So thank you for introducing yourself. KK says, I believe mindset is about your philosophy about life, your mentality. Fantastic. Thank you for the detailed explanation about mindset. All of us were right. So that's our mindset. And I want us to understand that. Maybe I should ask this question. You know, I'm talking about mental health. I'm just wondering if anyone is like, why am I talking about mindset? Why is mindset related to mental health? Are we not supposed to be talking about mental health problems, people that are not feeling well mentally? Why are we talking about mindset? So maybe I should just ask this question. What comes to your mind when you hear the word mental health? What comes to your mind when you hear the word mental health? When mental health is, you know, just drops, or maybe you come across my page, talk mental health, or you see any post that has to do with mental health, what comes to your mind? What's that one thing that drops on your mind when you hear the word mental health? Okay, so I'm awaiting our responses. I suppose the connection might be a bit delayed, so maybe some of our responses might not drop immediately. But I'll just continue to speak. Your mindset matters. Your mindset matters. So I just want to see, Yemi Balogun says depression. So when you hear the word mental health, you think about depression. I'm waiting for others. So I've spoken about, there was a time I went for a speaking engagement. And when I asked this question about what comes to mind when you hear the word mental health, a lot of people say kolo, mental, madness. Those are the words that came out. And I don't blame anyone if we think about mental health related to mental health disorders. So when you hear the word mental health, most times people think about mental health disorders. So Jesse has said my thinking condition, So I just want us to know that there's a difference between mental health and mental health disorders. Just like there's a difference between heart and heart disorders. You see, Chilated has said a disorder. So I just said mental health. So I haven't said so, but most of us were thinking of disorder, when I've not even spoken about disorder. So there's a difference between mental health and mental health disorder. Ashake said my state of mind emotionally, bearing in mind that it affects my physical health. So I would say mental health reminds me of my state of mind. Fantastic. Thank you, Ashake. Kiki said mental health, maybe my psychological health. Fantastic. Thank you. Most of the time, we think about mental health in light of the disorders. And I don't blame us. It's just what the society has shown us as, the picture the society gave to us about mental health. Mental health is perceived as negative. In the first instance, like it is negative. Whereas it's just mental health, like mental health, good thing, healthy. So, but because of the picture we have, because of ideas or, the myths surrounding mental health issues, when you hear the word mental health, first thing that drops to our mind, it's already a disorder. It's something that it's condemned. I don't want to even hear about it. Some people don't even want to talk about it at all. And that's why I talk mental health. I believe we're doing a fantastic job trying to, normalize discussions. Let's just talk about mental health as I would talk about brain health or heart health or, physical health. Let's just normalize it. All right. And remember, today's topic is your mindset matters. One of the reasons why I thought I should come and talk about mindset in relation to mental health is because that is where everything starts. I think it was Ashake that was explaining further about state of mind, that our mental health reminds her of a state of mind. I agree with you because that is the origin. That is where everything comes from. So when you're talking about depression, there's some disorder in the way we think and process information. That's one of the things that would lead to a mood disorder called depression. Let's talk about psychosis, schizophrenia. So when a person has got schizophrenia, there's loss of touch with reality. It all starts from the way you think, the way you process information before it leads to a disorder, which is why the mindset matters. How you think, what you think about, what you feed your mind on, it matters for a good mental well-being. Remember I said there's a difference between mental health and mental health disorder. So according to the World Health Organization, mental health is a state of well-being. It's normal, like normal well-being, in which an individual is able to understand its potential. So the first thing, or first criterion rather, that qualifies a person to be mentally healthy or stable is the fact that you are able to understand your potential. You know what you are capable of. You know your gifts, you know your talents, you know your passion, and you follow through with your passion. Come on. Has that got to do with depression? Has that got anything to do with, is that related to schizophrenia? No, because we're talking about mental health. We all have got mental health, and for that reason, if you are here or you're just watching the replay, you need to stay to the end, because you need to protect your mental health. You need to ensure that whatever you do, in any way you do the thing you do, the way you think, you need to protect your mind, because that's where it comes from. So like I was saying, back to, I think I digressed. So I was defining mental health, right? Yes. So according to the World Health Organization, there are 4 criteria that qualifies a person to be mentally healthy. So it is a state of well-being in which you are able to understand as an individual. You have an understanding of your potential. That's the first thing. The second is for you to be able to cope. Your ability to cope with normal stress, everyday stress, going to work, taking care of children, juggling a lot of responsibility. Your ability to cope with all these normal stresses. The third criterion is that you're able to work fruitfully and productively. And the last but not the least is contribute meaningfully to your society. So if you're able to fulfill all these 4 criteria, then you're considered mentally stable according to the World Health Organization. So when I say mental health, we all have got mental health. And as such, we need to protect our mental. We need to ensure that we understand our potential. We need to ensure that we learn how to cope with stress, because it won't come automatically. We just have to learn adaptive ways to cope with stress. Then the third is to be able to ensure you're working fruitfully and productively. You're not burnt out. You're managing yourself well. You are adding value to lives every day. You're doing well. You're delivering at your place of work. And the last but not least is making sure that you're contributing meaningfully to your society. It's not only financially, but then contributing to people, helping people, wearing a smile, making sure that you're a safe place for some people to even just talk to, and they're able to find comfort in you. Contributing meaningfully to your society, being nice to your neighbors, your friends, your colleague at work. These are ways by which you prove that you've got stable mental health. So that's mental health. But when it becomes a disorder, mental health disorder, that's where we talk about depression. It's a mood disorder where you find it difficult to continue to work, perhaps because you can't concentrate, you have sleep problems, your mood is low, you lost interest. That's depression. Anxiety disorder is there, schizophrenia, and we have several or different types of mental health disorders. So please, if you don't take anything away from this live session, as you go, when you hear the word mental health, it's referring to your health, your mental health, your brain health, your mind health. It has got nothing to do with disorder, any form of disorder. It's just you and your health. All right. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, please let me know. I know I've said a lot of things, but I just want to be sure you're following me. So if it makes sense, let me know in the comment section. Please say it's mind-blowing, say it's fantastic, say I understand. I just need to know that you're following me and this is making sense to you. All right. By the way, if you have any questions, please drop your questions in the comment box. Okay. Drop your questions. Yep. Thank you. Okay. Oh, I don't want to lose that. I'll ask you a question, please. Thank you, Kiki. Thank you, Brown. Thank you, Jesse. Yes, that's your name. Yeah, thank you for all those wonderful comments. So back to the topic of discussion, your mindset matter. Ask a question now. Because if you come to my DM and you want to have, I might not have enough time to answer. So make sure you ask your question, any kind of question that's related to mental health. So now back to your mindset matters. Your mindset is just the way you think. A lot of you, all what you said was correct. You were right about your thoughts, all those comments you gave, or all the way you describe what mindset means. It's actually correct. It's just the way you think, the way a person thinks. But the truth is that the way we think has been, we have a lot of biases. So our thinking pattern in a way has been affected by how we were brought up, our parental influence, our environmental influence, our experiences, and a lot of things. All right. So, if I faced with a challenging situation, my reaction to it would definitely be different from what another person from another family would, the way the person would respond to the situation, because we have a lot of biases just because of how we were raised, how we were brought up, a lot of influences on our belief system. All right. So I just need us to understand that, yes, your mindset is the way you think, but then it's not always objective, if that makes sense. Yeah, I see your question, Jesse. Yeah, I see your question. I think this is not a kind of question on this kind of platform. I think this is more personal. I'm sorry for what you have to go through, Jesse. I would advise that you book a session with me, so that I can take this further, because this is not the right, I won't be able to say much, and I would need to have like a one-on-one with you to be able to help. Sorry about what you're going through, and I hope you get the help you need. All right. So Kiki, you asked your question. Brown also asked the question, but I think before I answer your question, please stay with me. I just need to finish this line of thought before I come back to your question, if that's okay. All right. So as I was saying, because of how we're brought up, our belief system, our experiences, a child is born into the family. A child is born, free, blank. When a child is born, the child is blank. The mind is blank. Everything about the child is I'm just a child. Whatever it is you put into me is what is going to form who I'm going to be. Yes, I know that there are some inherent traits, because you see a particular child will cry and cry and cry. Another children are more calmer, inherently. That's just their genetics. The personality can both be innate, more like it's formed by nature, or the makeup of the parents, and also by environmental influences. So your upbringing would affect the way you think. Your life experiences will affect the way you think. And I'm here to let us know that no matter what it is, no matter what challenges we might have faced in life, no matter how much trauma we go through, as long as you're an adult, 18 and above, on this live session, or you are watching the replay, just understand that your healing is your responsibility. So we need to stop blaming our past, blaming our current experiences on our past relationships, on our past, on our upbringing, or on our parents, or maybe if I had this, I would have been better. Maybe if I had this, no, you're an adult. you are an adult, and the way you think, all these principles are just there. It won't change, it won't bend because of you, because your mindset matters. So no matter how much of traumatic experiences you might have had, you have to ensure that you align your mindset, your thought processes to what you want to be in life. No excuses. Your healing is your responsibility. I'm sorry you went through a lot. I'm sorry it was painful. I'm sorry perhaps your parent didn't try. I'm sorry he or she hurt you badly in that relationship. But you're an adult and your healing is your responsibility. So you have to work on yourself, go through therapy, do all you can to get the best out of your own life. Because at the end of the day, when we get to heaven, we're going to give account. You won't make excuses. I don't know how many of us are Christians here, but I'm a Christian, born again, spirit-filled. And when we get to heaven, you will not say, oh, it was my mom, or oh, it was my husband, or oh, it was my wife. You give account of how you lived your life. That is what the Bible has said. So your mindset matters. There are struggles, there are issues, but you need to find a way of healing from those traumatic experiences you've had, because your mindset matters. Stop carrying those bags and baggages, heavy weight on your mind, and blaming others, letting it affect your relationship, your current relationship, carrying all those baggages, letting it affect your choices of friends, letting it affect the way you relate with your colleagues at work, letting it affect how you decide on what to do in terms of maybe you want to start a business, and because you're afraid, oh, the last business didn't work out, so because of that's the end. I'm not good at making, I'm not an entrepreneur. I'm not good at businesses. Who said so? Who said so? How many businesses have you tried? Have you asked for those people that were really, really wealthy, doing well in businesses? Have you gone to them to ask them how many times they failed? Have you gone to them? Have you asked them? You haven't failed. You only fail when you give up. You have to continue to try. You have to continue to work on your mindset. Dr. Balls, good to see you. You have to continue to work on your mindset. You have to continue to work on your mindset. It is your responsibility. All right? And there's no magic. You can't fluke it. If your mind cannot conceive it, you can never achieve it. And a lot of people are struggling with depressions. A lot of people are anxious. They never know that it's because of the way they think that all of these things are happening to them. Many of my patients, when I see them in the hospital, I have to sit with them. I have to walk them through how they think, because it's just simple. The way you think affects the way you feel, and the way you feel will definitely affect your behavior. So if I think I am not smart, I am very dumb, I can never make it in life, then I'll not feel good about myself, feel less confident. When people are giving ideas, when people are giving suggestions, I won't want to talk. I won't be confident in myself. And because of that, it's going to affect my level of productivity, how I present myself to people. These are things that lead to depression in many people, because you feel like you're not doing well enough. You can never achieve great things in life. It is a lie. It is the lie of the devil. It's from the pit of hell. You have to work on your mindsets. Ensure that your thought processes and the words that come from your mouth, make sure that they are in alignment with what you want to achieve in life, because you can achieve anything you put your mind to. Your mindset matters. Your mindset matters. Your mindset matters. Are you following me? Are you following me? Please let me know if you're following me. Your mindset matters. You have to ensure you have the right mindset, right? You need the right mindset to attract the right things for your life. You need it. And you have to ensure you guard your heart jealously. Ensure that your mind is right. Ensure you think right. It won't always be easy. Sometimes I wake up feeling sad. Sometimes I wake up feeling depressed. Sometimes I wake up like, What's it? But then I have to go back to the drawing board. No, this is not it. This is not me. I remind myself of the things I've achieved. I remind myself of who I am. I speak to myself. I affirm myself. Then I get myself, started for the day. The energy level will just increase. This morning I woke up, I went for a walk. I spoke to myself. I affirmed myself. And after doing all of that, after affirming myself and speaking to myself, what did I do? I got the energy level high. I got the energy level pumped up. And I continued my day. My day went, my day has been great since then. It has been great. I feel good. I feel excited. That's how it is. You won't always feel good. You won't always think right. It is not automatic, but then you have to know what to do, how to change, how to reset that mindset to align with your reality, with your person. Understand that there are a lot of life challenges. Some people are going through divorce. Some people have got, they've lost their job. Some people, they don't even understand what next to, they're not certain. There's no certainty about what tomorrow would bring. Some people are not even feeling fulfilled in life. But I want you to understand that whatever it is you're going through, it's only but for a short period of time. It's only but for a short period of time. It would not last forever. And you have to ensure that whatever it is, the challenges you're going through right now, you can turn it around for your own good. You can turn that challenges around for your good. It depends on how you see it. It depends on how you perceive it. It depends on your mindset. It depends on your mindset. So I have a bottle here with me, guys. I have a bottle here with me. It's my water bottle. I only just took some water from in there, right? But let's just assume this water is half filled. This bottle is half filled with water. So just because how we perceive things differently. Someone might say, oh, this water is not full. Can't you just make it full? It's the person sees or views the bottle as half empty. Whereas another person would say, oh, it's half filled with water. Another person would even say, oh, thank God I even have a bottle. Just with this bottle filled with water, we have different ways of perceiving the situation. Someone going through a challenging situation will say, well, I'm not going to, this problem will not swallow me. I'm not going to get overwhelmed by it. I will pull through it. I'll be strong and I'll be fine. Another person will say, oh, this is the end of my life. Why is this so much for me? This is overwhelming. I can't even seem to think clearly. I can't go through it. I don't think I can survive this. So your mindset matters. Sorry, my kids are around and are making a lot of noise, but that's fine. Life of a mother. But then back to what I'm saying. Your mindset matters. Life would not always be rosy. Life would not always be beautiful. Honestly, I am made up, right? And it appears like everything is beautiful, especially if you're always on the social media. You see people doing well, but nobody comes on the social media to put up posts about what they are struggling with. We come out, it's the social media. You're supposed to appear your best. So don't you ever think that when people are on the social media, they are not struggling. They are. But they will never come on the social media to tell you their troubles. They won't. So don't be deceived. Everybody has got a struggle. We all have stuff we're dealing with. And it's just the way we have decided to live a life, our mindset. We've decided to continue to live and enjoy life, live more and learn more about life, see challenges as opportunity to grow, to get better, having that what we call growth mindset. All right. So I just want to go to questions that some people have raised. I don't know if JC, I said book a session so that we can discuss this, if that's fine. If you're not following me, make sure you follow me at talkmental.health. Kiki, you said, how can we cope with people who messed up your plans? Because this is like a major trigger for me. Once my process is messed up, I become really irritated. How do I control this? What can you control? Kiki, can you control people? I always tell people, if you cannot control whatever it is you think you can't control, you have to just let go. Let it go. You can't control a person. You can control your own reaction to something. So you can't control how people mess up with your plans, but you can control what your response is. Perhaps you have to, limit yourself to the things you can control. For instance, avoiding those people that mess up with your plans, not having to deal with them, So I don't know, I don't know what context this is for, but I would say focus on the things you can control as much as possible. If you know someone has messed up with your plans before, and this is a major trigger for you, then you avoid them. Set healthy boundaries. Ensure that you avoid those people that will mess up your plans. Simple. All right? I hope that helps. Brown said, my mom went through a divorce and it made her mentally disordered. She doesn't believe in God anymore. I'm so sorry, Brown. Honestly, divorce is one of it's not a normal stressful life event. It's a major life event that when it happens, you actually need to go through therapy to be able to see how to navigate your divorce journey. So it's not something that would happen and you just be quiet or you won't do anything about it. You have to go through therapy and learn skills on how to cope with divorce, because it's a major life event and it has been said to trigger a lot of mental health disorder. I'm sorry about your mom, Brown. I hope she gets the help she needs. All right, you can send me a DM. We can discuss further about that, but I hope she gets the help she needs. Yeah, so who else? Jesus said, God, good, my healing is my responsibility. Yes, your healing is your responsibility. No matter what it is, it's your responsibility to heal. It's your responsibility. It's your responsibility to get better. It's your responsibility to change your mindset and make sure your mindset aligns with those things you want to achieve in life. All right? Yeah. Okay, Kiki said, what are the things we can do daily to strengthen our mind? I'll get to that, Kiki. So Brown said, I started a professional course a few months ago, and right now I don't feel happy doing it. I just want to focus on my business. Brown, whatever it is you want to do, as long as it makes you happy, remember your mental health, you understanding your potential is one of the criteria for a stable mental health. So if you started a professional course and you don't feel fulfilled, you're not happy about it, you can always change. I'm a fan of change, whatever it is not working for you, make a change. You can turn around, you can start all over again as long as you feel happy and fulfilled. All right? So yeah, Brown, that's it. That's what I'd advise, and I'm glad you're doing that. Okay, so any other question before I move to how we have two types of mindsets. See, all those times that you just because someone has achieved something, you are jealous. That's a very wrong mindset. A very, very, why would you be jealous of someone else? Why are you comparing yourself with other people in the first instance? Why? Are you not confident in yourself? In fact, for you to do that, it shows how much of insecurity you have in yourself. Because the Bible has said that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. And your life journey or your life race is different from another person. You are not, even twins. They have different purpose on earth. Twins born, or even triplets, even if you are born from the same mother, you have different life purposes. And you can't just compare yourself. Keep comparing yourself with people. Why not just focus on your own journey? Focus, mind your business. If you are jealous of people, because someone appears to be doing better than you and you're feeling threatened, that mindset is a very wrong mindset. In fact, it's a shame. It's a slap onto our God, our maker. You're saying, God, you didn't make me well. That's what you're trying to say. You're not being grateful to God for creating you, because he said you are fearfully and wonderfully made. A lot of things, good things have been impacted into your life. It's just for you to express your true self, your audacious self. It's just for you to express and just show forth your potential, maximize your potential, not for you to be threatened. Remember, oh, I don't want to preach. No, don't let me preach. I wanted to talk about Cain and Abel, but then I don't want to preach today. I just want to, because I'm not a pastor. I say I'm not a pastor. I'm just a doctor, a mind doctor. So I just want to preach this. I talk about mindset and let's leave this place. Yeah, but then we need to stop this habit. I mean, we need to start learning to collaborate with people, start asking people how they did it instead of getting jealous and envious of people's successes. You can just ask, well, how did you do that? How are you able to do this? Can you help me with this? Can I join your mentorship program? Those are the things you should be asking. The sky is so big and wide enough for all of us to fly. You know, no number of people, a lot of people that joined today said this is their first time of connecting, and I've been doing this thing for almost five years. I've been on this IG, yet some people don't even know me and they live in Lagos. That's how it is. So a lot of people that I'm yet to reach, that someone else here would reach. A lot of people that I don't know, but you know. We can't, there's nothing like, oh, because Dr. Adiola is doing this, I'm jealous of her, I want to. No, you don't have to be like me. Just be yourself. Stop being envious of people. Stop comparing yourself to people. Live your life. Focus on your own journey because you are unique. That's a very wrong mindset. I just needed to correct that. Yemi said, preach, preacher. God, I'm not a preacher. I don't want to preach. All right, so Becca said, my mind is full of imaginations, both positive and more of negative thought. How do I handle that? I get panic when I say no to my beloved, when I know I shouldn't compromise. How can I handle this? So that's like 2 questions in one, Becca. So very simple way to deal with negative thoughts. What you can do, all right? What you can do is write down the things you want to, ruminate on. You understand? Feel your mind. So your mind would automatically want to drag towards negativities. You have to engage your mind with positive thoughts by seeing positive things, surrounding yourself with positive people, hearing positive things, watching positive things. I don't want to start saying some social media handles I had to unfollow because I don't want to see negative news. No negative news. Because I know how the mind works. Once it's there, then it processes it and all. So you have to consciously focus on positive things. Intentionally do this, Becca. It takes a lot of work, but it's doable. Write those things down. Surround yourself. Start, all those your friends, the ones that would always share negative news. You have to start, unfriending them if that English is correct. Check those friends that you've got. Ensure that you have positive people around you. That's how it works. All right. I hope that helps, Becca. I get panic when I say no to my beloved, when I know I shouldn't compromise. How can I handle this? Put yourself first, Becca. Who matters most? You now. So you have to love yourself. The Bible says love your neighbors as yourself. You have to love yourself enough to be able to love others. So, establishing boundaries is something you have to learn to do. If you don't know how to do it, go and get my book, You Deserve Bliss. You learn how to establish boundaries. The guilt feelings will be there. You get panic and all of those things, but you can learn how to develop, the skills that would help strengthen your, boundary setting abilities. Okay? So get my book, You Deserve Bliss. It's there. It's on Amazon. It's on our website. It's just, I think, is it 7,000 naira? That's $14. So you see it in the link in my bio. Click on it. You see it there. All right. So back to how do we ensure that we strengthen our minds? Right. That's the question. The things we can do to strengthen our mindset. The things we can do. The first thing we need to do is for us to become more self-aware. We need to become more self-aware. That's the first thing we need to do. Become aware, self-aware of what I mean by self-awareness is understanding your thinking pattern, how you think, your thought processes, how it affects how you feel. And it's very easy to do. You know, we're so busy, we're so distracted, perhaps we're touching our phones. As you're on this live session, you are still doing something else, we are distracted. But all I need for you to do is just set aside 5 to 10 minutes a day to reflect on how your day has been and think about what affected you positively, what affected you negatively. If possible, get a journal, write it down. That's what self-awareness is, basically. Just setting aside time to reflect. Become more aware of your thought processes. If you're not feeling good, why are you not feeling good? Don't just let it slide. No, find a way of, thinking about it, reflecting on it. Become more self-aware. That's the first way to strengthen positive mindset. Strengthen your mindset. That's the first thing. Are you following me? Everybody is quiet on here. I just want to know if you're following me, please. All right? Following me. We're almost done. So the second way by which we can strengthen our mindset. Thank you, Brown. Thank you. If you're just joining, please make sure you go and watch the replay. Don't miss out on this fantastic discussion we've been having. The second thing we need to learn to do is to speak positively to yourself. Speak positively to yourself. Affirm yourself positively. Like I said, you won't always feel good. In fact, you will doubt yourself. Sometimes you will feel like, oh, what's this? Can I even achieve this? I feel this. I feel sad. Life happens to all of us. But sometimes you have to just take charge and speak. Take charge of the environment. Take charge of the situation. And tell yourself who you truly are. Speak positively to yourself. Speak positively to yourself. Positive self-talk. Have you ever wondered sometimes when you have like a presentation and you feel a bit jittery, you've prepared your slides, you've done a lot of things, and it appears like, oh, can I really do it? And then you go to the mirror and you tell yourself, I can do this. You're good, you're gorgeous, you're looking good, you've planned, you rehearsed, you've done a lot of things. You're just trying to psych yourself, psych your mind, prepare your mind to tell your mind that, yes, I can do it. Don't think about all those feelings. The feelings are not always true. My feelings are not always true. So just listen to my inner self. I can do it. I said I can do it and I have to do it. So you have to learn to speak to yourself. Don't just allow whatever happens, whatever anyone says to you, or whatever the situation is saying, how you feel, just let you feel bad, and then you feel so sad, feel dejected, feel like you can't make it, feel like that's the end of it. No, you have to learn to build inner confidence. Speak to your inner self through positive self-talk. I've got free affirmation book, 31 Days of Affirmation. It's on my bio. Like I said, if you're not following Talk Better, you're missing out, because we have a lot of fantastic resources that would help build your mindset, that would help build your mental health. So yes, the link is in my bio. It's free. 31 Days of Positive Affirmation. All you need to do, open it, day 1, say it to yourself. Day 2, say it, and then you go on and on and on. And you see the result is always definitely going to be fantastic. There's always going to be a clear difference when you affirm yourself and when you don't. All right? So 2 things. The first thing, become more self-aware. Second thing, speak positively to yourself. The third thing you need to do is surround yourself with the right set of people. You have to start sieving your relationships, checking. Who are my friends? Who am I surrounding myself with? The Bible says, show me I don't want to preach. Show me your friend and I will tell you who you are. It's just true. So whoever you want to become in the next couple of years, just make sure that those that are your friends now, your mentors, the people you are following, the people you're listening to, are in alignment with the person you want to become in the nearest future. That's how it works, because you can't. It's not cursing or saying something negative. You can't be better than those people that you surround yourself with. There's no way. they will definitely find a way of influencing your life. So, for instance, if you're the best amongst your friends, I don't know if that's a good, I don't think it's the best. I don't think it's a good thing to do, to be the best in everything amongst your friends. One way or the other, they will keep tapping and tapping and tapping from you. And before you know it, you won't, in the next 4 to 5 years, you just feel empty. You won't learn, you won't become better, you won't evolve. So you need to be careful the kind of friends you've got, the people that are influencing you. Ensure that you're intentional about building relationships that would help, uplift you, help you evolve, help you get to the next level of life, whether in your career, in your business, in your family. You have to be intentional about how you relate with people. So I've said 3 things: self-awareness, second, affirmations, third, positive influences. I think I'll just let that I'll leave it at that. So those 3 things are what I'm going to share today. If you have any other questions, please drop. I have more, but then I'm just going to stop today. Those 3 things, I need us to go back, reflect on them, and start doing them. Because what's the essence of joining the live session and listening to all I have to say and seeing my beautiful hair, my beautiful face, and at the end of the day, you won't do anything about it. So I need you to go back home, jot some things down and start reflecting and start doing this thing, because your mindset matters. For you to be mentally healthy, you have to ensure that your mindset is right. Having negative mindsets, being envious of people, comparing yourself to people will only breed negativity. And all these negative emotions, what would they do? They would affect the way you perceive things, the way you relate with people, the way you connect with people, the way you even see yourself. Before you know it, depression could set in. You don't want to get yourself down that hill. You don't want to put yourself through a lot of things like that. So you have to ensure that you protect your mindset. You ensure that your mindset is right by doing those 3 things I mentioned. Become more self-aware. Secondly, speak positively to yourself. And lastly, surround yourself with positive people. And if you're going through any traumatic if you've been through any traumatic experiences, if you're going through anything that it's quite painful and difficult to deal with, go for therapy. Invest in therapy. Go for therapy. That's how it works. Because your healing is your responsibility. So please, let's not just hide and say wish and pray and wish everything would end. We have to take some measures, positive measures. Act. So you can't always just pray it away. You have to do some things like act. Go for therapy. Your therapist will guide you, help you heal from all those traumatic experiences. So that will be all for today. Thank you all for joining, and thank you all for staying with me. If you're just joining, go and watch the replay. I can see that the real Moy just joined. Bilcious just joined. Joyce just joined. Go and watch the replay. Eunice just joined as well. Olivia was there. What's the difference between affirmation and manifestation? Affirmation as it is. Just affirm yourself. Speak to yourself like you're trying to remind yourself of who you are. Affirm. It's an English word. Affirm yourself. Manifestation is how you present. How you show your potentials, how you manifest. I don't want to use manifest, but that's just it. That's the difference, I believe. All right, Brown. Thank you, everyone. Have a fantastic evening. If you need my help, do not hesitate to reach out to me. I offer therapy sessions. I offer consultation. And we also offer counseling sessions at Talk Mental Health. Make sure you go to our website at www.talkmentalhealth.org for more information about all our services. Have a fantastic evening, everyone, and don't forget to be intentional about your mental health. Bye.